What is up, and welcome to the channel. I'm the Shotgun Shogun. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. So as you know, E7 World Cup is over, and I've got some feels about this Epic 7 World Cup. There were a few things that I didn't like in the format. The matches overall were really good. There's also a little bit of there's a lot of drama, in my opinion. I think that there was a really weird, uncharacteristic tournament rule when it comes to the brackets, right? So typically, and hold on, let me pull up double elimination bracket grand finals. Okay, so typically when you're looking at a double elimination, right, there is typically a bracket reset when it comes to let's see, let's look at this one. This one doesn't really make all that much sense, right? But yeah, no, it does, right? Because this would be lower bracket. You fall down into lower bracket. Winner goes in. You double reset, right? You bracket reset. Because realistically, right? If we go to E7 World Cup special event, is this the right one? Is this the right page? It isn't. Hold on. Epic 7 World Cup Arena Championship. If we look at this, Phantom's the winner, right? Yunduan only lost one time, and that was in the grand final. Where's the double elimination? This man, Phantom, was running on 2 lives. Yunduan, while I think that he didn't necessarily play the best in his last game against Phantom, should have gotten another chance. Now, in this situation, what's the benefit of being in the winner's bracket if you're going to just be eliminated, if you're going to lose once and be eliminated? This was probably my biggest concern, and the fact that, well, it's stated it's a double elimination tournament. Yunduan was only eliminated once. I don't think that was necessarily conveyed throughout the tournament, and I think that when there was no bracket reset at the very end, it was very odd. It was a very odd situation. I know maybe they were doing it to save time. I saw some people try to tell me that this is typical in esports. This isn't. I did some research after the fact. A lot of people had varying opinions. They said that, oh, well, League of Legends does it this way. Some people said League of Legends doesn't. Realistically, at the end of the day, this isn't how any real sports double elimination bracket works. And I don't think that it should have worked this way here. I'm not saying that Phantom couldn't have beat Yunduan again in the end of this, but I think that only having one life, playing on hard mode, Yunduan was playing the Dark Souls of Epic 7 World Cup mode right here. He literally was in fear at the end of losing once and being out. How is that even remotely fair to the person who literally, until the very first match against Jinte, had not lost a single match in the entirety of the tournament? Whereas with Phantom, and again, I'm not knocking Phantom's abilities or anything like that. We'll talk about him here in a second. He got to go into the losers bracket, and he got to come back up through the losers bracket. Jinte, who got knocked out by Yunduan, had a second chance to come back and fight. Yunduan wasn't afforded that second chance. I think this was very poorly handled by the Epic 7 team. One of the reasons too why I don't personally like double elimination, also because typically I have more people playing. We don't do double elimination, but if it was double elimination, then you, as the winner of the losers bracket, have to beat the champion twice. You have to beat him twice in order to be the real champion, because he's afforded a second life. So I think that this was very poorly done, and I think it was a drop in the ball right here. Again, not to knock Phantom's win. I think Phantom's a great player. He picked a lot of very interesting units, but I do think that this was a big disservice to Yunduan. Now, some people will be like, oh, but he still won money, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't really matter. That doesn't matter at all. I think that if they do this again, this format again next year, or in any tournaments moving forward, this needs to be rectified, as this isn't very fair to the person who had to slog it out through the winner's bracket. If nothing else, they should give the winner if nothing else, a handicap, right? Give him one game up in the best of 5 or something along those lines, or make it a best of 7 and give him like a couple of extra wins or something like that. I don't know. It is what it is, right? But the one thing that I see a lot is people that are like, wow, the JP server came out after everybody else and they're doing so good. Well, it come to find out, right? Not so much. Apparently Brother Stone, the winner from last year, who, well, I think that he's a good player. I have no problem with the dude at all. Just a preface, so if this goes back to him or anything, no, I have no problem with you in the slightest. I have no problem with any of that stuff. But there was some controversy last year with Epic 7 World Cup, because he openly admitted on the interview at the end of it that he had a whole team of people playing, farming on his account and all of that stuff. So it really brought into question whether or not this person even played during the finals in the actual World Cup itself, which I believe was part of the reasoning for having to be on cam this time around, right? The other thing too, a lot of people were very up in arms because, well, that is just, kind of against the rules a little bit, right? Now, I don't really have a big problem with it. If you want to pay somebody to farm on your account, you can afford it. It is what it is, man. They're going to do it anyways. For the most part, a lot of people were really kind of taken back by it because, well, dude was saying the quiet part out loud, right? Most whales, well, a lot of whales that I know, they have people that pilot their account. If you have the disposable income to spend $200,000 on Epic 7, chances are you're not farming Wyvern yourself. That's just the reality of it. Now, so apparently it came out that the account that Phantom is using is Brother Stone's alternative JP account that was started when the JP server came out. That's right, yes, an alternative account that was whaled on. Apparently it came out that Phantom was one of the people on Brother Stone's team that was managing the accounts. So there's a little bit of extra controversy there, right? This has been confirmed by a couple of other people in a couple of other streams, and for me, I don't necessarily think there's people that play on accounts that are sponsored, and I think that if your account is sponsored by somebody, that is fine if it's your account. My opinion on it is that, and there was some controversy with Elvmage. Some people were really mad that Elvmage's account is sponsored and he got Hall of Fame. And in my opinion, especially if you're a streamer or you're something along those lines, as long as it's your account and you have, you know, possession of the account, if somebody is sponsoring that account, they give it to you because, well, you're their favorite streamer or whatever. That's no different than people donating money to you on stream, or, you know, donating whatever to watch you win. However, if you don't own the account and you are just piloting it for somebody who is giga rich to just, you know, throw up in, you know, in their list of accomplishments, I paid for Epic 7 World Cup mode, you know, 2021, whatever. I don't know. That's a moral gray line for me. Especially if you are not the one who is doing the PvP, doing the RTA, doing the actual tournament and stuff like that. I think that it does bring into question the validity of the wins if you have an entire team piloting your account. Also, I guess for me too, like, I guess different people have different opinions on what fun is, because, well, that's not really fun for me if somebody else is doing all of the work on my account, and I just get the I just come in for like the last little bit. But again, different strokes for different folks. I don't think that if you have a whole team piloting an account that's really an achievement, because, well, you didn't do it yourself. You know, but again, that's just my opinion on it. I think that overall the Epic 7 World Cup was good. There were interesting picks. I liked the format. I think they could have gotten rid of even more units, honestly, in the bans, but it is what it is. The Green Charles by Phantom was really good. He really drafted very well. He definitely got there, you know, on his own merits, right? I think that Phantom is a great player. I think that the one thing I was disappointed in, I was really disappointed that Jinte kept trying to play other people's styles. I was not a big fan of Jinte trying to play not his own account, like his own strengths. I feel like he got shook up a little bit because he's not really a tournament player, and I think that kind of he had a hard time coming back from that, as obviously, because he dropped like I think 6 games in a row on the final day, and it was rough to watch. I really liked watching Jinte play. I think he's a phenomenal player. I just think that the tournament scene and the ladder scene are a little bit different, and I think he got shook up, and I think that he wasn't playing to his own strengths. So overall, I liked the diversity. I thought it was interesting that, like, some of these problem units that everybody has issues with, like Hua Young and stuff like that, didn't really do very well. I think that was huge. I thought that was really cool. We did see a lot of pocket picks, and we're gonna see a lot more people building things like Senya, Shu. There's already Alencia, I think, is in more matches I've seen than A Ravi. Because people, after watching it, have realized that maybe some of these units aren't as hard to counter as they originally thought. But anyways, let me know what you guys thought of the tournament. What do you guys think about the whole, you know, having somebody pilot your account? I don't know. It's a moral gray line for me. I get it. I understand. If you're that rich, chances are you got other better stuff to do than watch Wyvern me. I'm not there yet, but I will be there if you subscribe to the channel, and then maybe one of you who subscribes can get paid to pilot my account. Is what it is. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy, homies. Peace out.